So this is actually the background for the painting.
Oh wow, you've gone like all crazy.
Well, no, it's the start of the horse. It's very ugly.
Crazy abstract.
Yeah, that's different.
You've been wanting to splash paint around. Like abstract. There you go.
So you had fun doing that.
Actually,
How do you do that background?
Very arduously. Over 2 nights in front of television.
What are you watching on TV?
Oh, probably CSI. What you've got back here, I mean,
Little girl.
that's just the start, because I paint it fairly realistic to start with, which is what I'll be doing with you. And then I sand it back so that it becomes much more mysterious. Okay, but that you can see it's actually on rockers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there'll be a bridle down here. So
We'll have a tail.
it'll have a tail.
Right
There's
there,
a tail.
nice.
The tail's there.
Yeah. Tail's there. But can you see the little girls behind here?
They're beautiful.
Yeah, aren't they gorgeous?
So that was painted behind the scrunching up. So anyway, I look at something like that and in make the painting, I prefer it if it's lit in a fairly total way so that I
No
can...
shadow.
So, well, shadows, but
Right.
so that I can then put shadows in if I want to.
Okay, so
Yeah, where I want to. It's better for me to see everything, and you'll be taking details of perhaps hands or, face. Some of the poses with candles or something, that create really dramatic lighting.
Yeah.
Because it might lend themselves, because this is such a weird object
Jamie's
that Jamie and I did it on a
That's
very hot
so
day.
perfect. It's beautiful.
It is perfect. It's got a character, hasn't it?
yeah.
Really? Because there will be some just head studies and things, and I'd probably like them to be quite dramatic. Because sometimes it's like after seeing Caravaggio and Goya in Spain, I'd like to do some very dark contemporary things, because you take that kind of lighting and it already has a historical reference, and then you maybe do it alongside something so clunky as this, which definitely isn't Swedish modern, is it really? then it actually becomes very, very interesting. But could we do that with candles, or maybe just one light and turn off the overheads?
You made me think then, like get one really good light that I could turn up and down. I could hire one that you can turn up and
to
down.
give that same sort of...
Yes, the ones that
Because the thing about candles is they look amazing, but they flicker.
Yeah.
And so they're...
So and you'll need to speed the film up so you don't get so much candle movement. So you need another light source.
But you'll take care of that.
Yep. I know.
And you know how you get the film will just go onto the bill and all of that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do when we take photographs is position this as if it's that to start with.
Can you move it back closer to the light?
This?
There's more light on that side.
Oh, well, the thing is, are we going to have lights?
I don't think I need to. I think if I get a filter
I'm actually trying to drape it in things.
Are you sure? I want it to be
looks
plush.
pretty sick, actually.
I want to see those splinters.
I would be really scared if I were you.
It's just so I don't get splinters, because you don't have to do that. I'm just going to demonstrate.
Okay.
So that I can then put shadows in if I want to.
Okay, so...
Yeah, where I want to. It's better for me to see everything, and you'll be taking details of perhaps hands or, face or whatever. Some kind of futile search for satisfaction, okay, which is also about this incredible manic search there is for sensation that goes on in the world at the moment in porn and pop videos and all of that, right? So the futility of actually trying to suck a strap-on penis, I mean, there's something really, it's kind of poetic in a way, don't you think? I mean, it's so futile and, and yet there's something, I don't know, you can almost take it seriously, like it might work.
Yeah.
But it also made me think at the time of buying it that the person, like in a relationship where they actually use a sex toy like that, the person who's wearing it doesn't feel anything.
No.
Except they must feel a sense of power of some sort, I think. But it
But
already...
it's feel good because they're giving pleasure to the person that they like.
Yeah, it's a sense of power of some sort and giving. But, there's a certain futility to that, really. But anyway, so that's what it's all about. So there's going to be poses mostly where you're trying to do the shots of your head that we might do with really dramatic lighting, you're just going to be just simple things like, like licking your shoulder.
Yeah.
right? Or licking your wrist, but instead of licking it like this, you're going to try and do it in a difficult way.
Yeah, sure.
You know, because that's about
really
the struggle
I love
for
that.
something.
I love what you're doing.
And there might be other things where you want to suck your toe, right? But you're not going to do it like that. You're going to do it like that
Yeah.
on the floor.
Yeah.
But for those things,
I'm gonna wake up sore the next day.
I think you better start doing some limb
Yoga.
exercises. So anyway, there'll be things like you have the bridle in your hand as if you're holding a rocking horse, and of course it does look like it's kind of tipping up. And you will have to do this, and then you're pulling on that and trying to suck the penis. Okay? And we'll try different kind of things. I think it's going to be fairly arduous, so, you know, probably a little bit of veiling would be good because you'd make your muscles kind of...
Well, you'll just get it on some
there's
wine.
that kind of thing. Yeah, wine's fine. And it's the same kind of thing here, really. This is meant to be, of course, the neck of the horse. And I figure it's probably... I always thought I'd need a smaller girl, but in actual fact it's perfect. Because I'm 5'8" and you're about 5'10". So we're just going to use this to do all kinds of... Because you can't actually suck the penis, I don't think, even though it's quite big. So we're going to try things, you know, like this, and leaning back and so on. And I guess because Em's doing it on the day, we'll just try anything. I mean, I will think about it fairly carefully, you know, like the poses, yeah. So that we don't, because, you know, you can, if you don't...
come in and just try stuff.
Well, you can, but if you haven't got a fair idea of what you want to do, you can actually lose an opportunity. You'll think afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that could.
Why didn't I do that?
Why didn't I think of that? You know, we'll do some front things. I don't know, maybe sucking your knee, or you know, it's because it's all to do with shapes as well. Because what I'm hoping is that within that there'll be multiple images of you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like definitely the one. Obviously, I have to make the bridle quite long, don't I? For that.
Yeah.
It's why I wanted to get that started first, so that I had some real idea of how to place this and whatever. It needs to actually be around the wall, doesn't it?
The actual walls.
No, because getting the image right, because I mean, if I'm actually going to paint you on here, then, you know, there needs to be some approximation. And of course I can fluff it, you know, and in fact, well, of course it's my problem, but I may not actually make it look real. You may look like you're kind of slightly levitating above the horse, but you're associated with the horse, you know, or something.
don't drink in the studio.
There's always a first time.
My memory's totally useless. I doubt that. Let me show you something. Choose 7 or 8 objects from the room and tell us what they are. After Finn had done that, we sent her out of the room for a couple of minutes, then called about her little round nose. It was a chess piece, and a cup, and a lamp, and a picture of a sheep, and a pink felt tip, and a yellow felt tip, and Finn said, "How did she do that?" "She practices," I said, in your mind's eye, and retrieved the objects. What do you have? So, where was the chess piece? On the front door. And where was the cup? On the doormat. How did anybody ever... There's an old story about that, I said. A sort of myth. In ancient Greece, a poet was reciting at a banquet. It was that before the end could identify all the bodies. The poet remembered all the guests because he had seen them in a particular location, and he realized that this could be a means of remembering anything. Finn's face was pensive now. "Memory and death," she said. "I wouldn't dare to wander in the house of my own mind. I'd be frightened of what I might find there." The next evening, I went. I pulled garments from their hangers and tossed them onto the bed. There was a long maroon woolen dress with a high waist that I liked, but it seemed too somber. I rejected a couple of black miniskirts, a delicate blue dress, and finally put on a black wild top and calf-length satin skirt. I pulled out my favourite black shoes with no heel. I tower over most men anyway, and a clunky silver bar. I examined myself in the mirror. I didn't look very respectable. I put on no makeup except my hair. I pulled Finn's trilby to his party. Without him, I was dressed up and stepping onto the set of the wrong play. I had swallowed my pride and tried to telephone him, but there had been no reply.
amazing. It's done exactly what I wanted it to do.
And what was that?
Oh, just the way that it looks. It's looks kind of like it's very indeterminate how it would have been done, and it kind of blends in with the background.
And what's it done?
Well, it's just painted, but it's because of the way the background's treated that you get all these little crackles and things. It's because the sander takes off the paint on the ridges
Ah, yes.
and it makes it gold. So it kind of blends in with the background rather than sitting